Amberglen's Enviro worm project presented by Gerard Hodgson is a very interesting prospect. Give it some serious thought as there are many positives. Please contact Scotty Burge if you are interested.
I believe we've got a mixer on Enviro worms and fishermen. So I was asked, because of the show this evening, that we do the Enviro worms first, because the fishermen are very timeous and know how to judge a meeting in the afternoon and go to the concert in the evening.
Cancelled.
Because of this?
Yes.
Yeah, good. And if you want to know what this is about, Super Sport got to hear that we were putting on a show this afternoon. So smile when the camera of the proceedings. You may have read a little while ago that Enviro worms were trying to get enough people to support, where's Gerard?
Yeah.
Okay, to support Gerard's project, which is collecting household waste, converting it into worm farms, and in exchange for that he would give you a bottle of worm tea, which you don't drink, Rick. They could do worm beer, we might all be happy. So for those of you who just want to sit here for the worm tea talk, we'll do that first. Gerard, if you'd just like to come up and give us a spiel. Okay, if you'd all just like to greet our friend here from Enviro.
Can I have a look at that?
Yeah, okay.
Alright, hello everybody. My name is Jared. As Scotty said, I'm the owner of Enviro Worms. And basically what we're looking to do is, like Scotty said, collect kitchen waste. We then convert it into worm feed, which we feed our worms, and then the worms produce what is called vermicast, and from that we make the worm tea. The way we make the worm tea is we basically get a big tea bag full of vermicast and we aerate it in water for about 24 hours. What that does is creates a good environment for beneficial microbes to develop, and once those microbes have developed, we basically then bottle it and you can use it as a liquid fertilizer for your plants. You can either use it as a foliar spray, or you can plain and simply just pour it into the roots. There's many benefits to the vermicast and the worm tea. I'll put some flyers up in the communal area. I'm not sure, I think Yvette might have sent out some stuff as well. But basically it's extremely beneficial to the soil and to the plants. It creates a good environment for the worms and beneficial microbes to develop in the soil. It's far more beneficial to the soil and the environment than artificial fertilizers and things like that. And it also increases the production of leaves and flowers by up to 30%. They did a study on cabbages and it increased the yield of the cabbages by 30%, and that was just as a foliar spray. So it's extremely beneficial. Basically what I'm proposing is that we each keep a small little kitchen waste caddy in your kitchens. We supply the kitchen the little caddies as well as compostable bags to put inside here, and then we'll come around and collect them every week with the rubbish, and then in exchange we'll give a bottle, a litre bottle of worm tea for you folks to use on your flowers and roses and whatever you'd like to use. Not to drink, unfortunately. Yeah, it might help some of you grow a little bit more hair on top, but you can't quote me on that. But yeah, so I just wanted to show you guys the caddy. I know there were some concerns about having kitchen waste sitting on the counter and that, but like I said, the bag goes on top, the lid forms a nice seal around the edge, and when you close that, it actually locks on the side here, so it keeps it quite nicely sealed as well, so it won't attract flies and things as well. I brought with me a few case studies and a bit more information if there's anybody interested. You can have a read on this, and then I've brought some worms for the fishermen, but if anybody wants to know what the worms look like, they're called red wrigglers. That's sort of the size of an adult. They don't get very big, but they eat their own weight in food a day. So at the moment we've got 60 kgs of worms, so we need to get 60 kgs of food a day for them. We buy in kraal manure to feed them, but with the help of you folks, hopefully we pay less for kraal manure and we get a whole bunch of food scraps. If you folks have any questions, you can fire away.
What exactly do you call kitchen waste?
Kitchen waste, so we've got on the bins, we've got stickers here, we've got a list of do's and don'ts. The kitchen waste is basically veg fruit scraps, egg boxes, egg shells, cooked leftovers, old flours, moldy bread, stuff like that. What we don't want is bones, dairy and oils in the boxes. Yes, sir. Okay, yeah. So we've got a list on the front here of the do's and don'ts. Okay.
So you could put bits of meat in there as well, or?
We prefer not meat, but we do have. There's a system called bakashi, which you basically ferment food waste, which we do have the facilities to do as well. So we can discuss, and if people are happy to do that, we can chuck meat in here and then we'll ferment it instead of composting it, and that will be fine.
You've got a list of all what you want on the...
Yes, there's a list on the front here. Yeah.
What about citrus and onions?
Yeah. So that's also do not put in here. Yeah.
If the bag's full before you come, can you take it out and put it in another bag?
So what we'll do is we will supply the bins and 10 compostable bags, and then once your bags are finished, then you can buy more. Okay.
But generally speaking, that should take a week's.
Yeah, it should comfortably take a week. Yeah. For most.
You're a real vegan and eat 3 times a day.
The other thing is, obviously it doesn't need to stay in the kitchen, you can put it in your...
Yeah, you could put it outside. Like I said, it's lockable, so even the porcupines and rats and stuff can't get in it if you lock it, so it can stay outside the back door or wherever. Yeah.
Not in the sun?
Preferably not in the sun, yes.
Being plastic, I would just be a little bit wary of putting that out to the waste on a Tuesday, because they might see it as a reason.
No, so we don't want to put the bins out. We'll put the compostable bags out. Yeah. All right.
Okay. This is the second run at this. Yvette put something out several weeks ago to see who might be interested in participating in the scheme. And only 17 people responded positively. Now, as a business case, your cut-off for this to start at Amberglen is 50.
50, yeah.
So we're going to need at least 50 people, otherwise it's not viable.
Yeah.
Because Gerard has got to get in his vehicle and come here and collect the stuff. So just the economics says that it doesn't work under 50.
Yeah.
One more question, what is the price of the 10 bags that we have to buy when we've used what?
I can't give you that offhand, sorry. I have got them, I don't have the prices for them on me, sorry.
But those bags would only be used once a week?
Once a week, yeah. So for the bin and 10 bags is 200 Rand, but for the extra bags, once the 10 bags is done, I can't say.
The other suggestion that was put forward by Gerard was that if you feel that you would like to share the scheme with a neighbour or someone in your road, if you find that you're not getting even close to filling this thing,
Yeah.
then you could split the cost of it and share it and share the tea when it comes around for serving.
Yeah. Cool. I'll leave the worms up here for the fishermen. Yeah.
The litre that you're going to give us, is that concentrated or it's diluted?
It's concentrated. So you can dilute it to 1 part to 20.
1 to 20?
Yeah.
So the litre is going to do a huge area.
It can do a huge area. If you use it as foliar spray, you can use it concentrated.
Okay.
But if you're pouring it into pot plants and that, it needs to be
Some
diluted.
info on that.
Yes, I'll have similar stickers like this on the bottles
Okay,
with
then
instructions.
We return the bottle when we've used it every week. We put it out with
Yeah, so we'll refill the bottles for you. Yeah, yeah.
So we put the
Bottle
and
with a bin, with a bag. Yeah,
bag out
Yeah,
every week.
yeah.
But not the same time as our refuse, because otherwise, our
Yeah,
guys
it'll
will
get
just collect
thrown.
yeah. We'd have to organise to come on different days,
different
perhaps.
day,
Yeah,
because if they see it out, they're just going to load it all on.
Yeah.
Go on with it.
yeah.
What if they're told not to?
Yeah, you can tell people lots of things, I won't do them though.
Refuse bags we leave in the road, surely that should be outside your garage.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, we
could
can.
make a plan.
Yeah, we can
very
work out the
careful that
logistics of it once we set it up.
In
Yeah,
fact, if there's an outlay for it, you'll make sure that it doesn't get thrown out.
yeah, that is true as well. Yes, sir.
From what you
Are these
sorry?
imported worms?
Imported.
Yeah.
Yeah, from New Hanover.
Yeah, that's my hometown. That's a somebody said they're not from South Africa.
I think originally they're from Europe, but yeah, there's
That's not from.
no. I'll sell them to a chap in New Hanover. Yeah. All right.
Sorry, just on that, you say you get in exchange for a container like that, you get 1 litre.
Yeah.
But you're never going to use that in a week, are you? Don't you think?
Well, I mean, if you use it as a foliar spray, you can spray a litre relatively quickly.
So there's an opportunity for you. If you collect the stuff, you can sell it off to defray your expenses.
Yeah.
Box. Okay, so I think
Good.
maybe take it from here. I'll go back to Vet.
Yeah.
We thought this would be a good opportunity for Gerard just to give us the spiel over again. And she will come out via a circular of sorts and ask if anyone else is interested over and above the original 17. She's got the names of the 17 people. We need 50. If you think it's a good cause for Amberglen, then please go out and promote it on Gerard's behalf. I think anything that includes recyclables is worth having a look at.
Agree. I'd
Okay.
like to know the price of the extra bags though.
I'll get that to a vet and she can circulate that.
Sorry,
as well.
why is this bag the issue? Can't you use? You just chuck
It's
that-
called a compostable bag, so they
so
get
you
chucked.
just take the bag and throw it straight
Yeah.
out.
It's yeah.
So you trust what's in that bag? Through bone.
Yeah. Well, I really don't feel like digging through people's scraps, so I'll have to trust it.
Ask you something. For
Yes.
one person on its own, on your own, would you have enough stuff so that they didn't starve to death? Waste, that's what worries me.
Yeah, so like Scotty was saying, we could probably, if there's a few folks in a row of houses, could maybe group together and do 1 bin per 3 houses or whatever. Yeah.
That waste that you're generating goes to the worm farm with Gerard. You don't have it on the property. So if you've only got a little bit, that'll go towards feeding.
Oh yes, yeah. It will all be piled together and the worms eat it from there. Yeah.
Will it last longer than can it be longer than a week before you fill it or something?
Yeah. If your bag isn't full in a week and you're happy to keep it, then you can put it out every 2 weeks. That's not. I mean, we don't have to collect it every week. Yeah.
Now, how would you monitor that? So when you take the box, you put the tea down.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if they keep it for 2 weeks.
Yeah. If there's no bag outside, then we don't leave the tea. Yeah. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I just wanted to ask, if you get your 50 names and you come,
Yeah.
would you make a commitment commitment that it's going to continue, because when I asked somebody, they said, oh, this will all fizzle out, everyone will not be doing it after about 2 months, and we will have all paid our 200 Rand and the whole thing will fizzle out because there's no commitment.
Yeah,
It's going to continue for a year or
yeah, no, I understand that. Our target is to have all of the ambers on board, so it's not just Amberglen, but
50 of us committed now. You wouldn't just say after 2 months, oh, the petrol's too much to come here for 50.
no.
You're going to stop.
No, my worms need to eat, so I need to get food for them.
Food,
Yeah.
Even if it's just 50 of
Yeah, definitely.
You know, at best we can ask Gerard for a letter of commitment.
Yeah,
If his business fails because he's not getting enough,
I can buy the bins back or whatever. Yeah.
that's life.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's just the answer somebody gave me when I
No,
tried
that's
to
fair.
persuade
It's a
them.
fair question.
That's what they
Yeah, no, it's understandable.
Unfortunately, we can't get guarantees out of
They can't get
Gerard.
Yeah,
You know, it's all done on goodwill to start with,
yeah.
and your $200 is not going to kill too many of us.
No, I don't
Not
think
all at
so.
the same time.
Yeah.
Guaranteed is death and tax.
Yeah.
And you haven't paid your tax.
But I haven't died either.
Can I just say,
Good. Yes, sir.
are these going to be suitable for our fish? Can we get them on the hook and all that type of thing?
Yeah, so I've got a tub here if you want to come and assess them. They I think they do grow big enough to put on a hook.
Yeah, they're fine.
They should be alright. I'm not 100% sure how to thread them on, but
We're going,
I'm sure we're going to get an explanation.
that's right.
Good.
We'd like to train them to get on the hooks on their own, but that's not.
Sorry, sir?
Are we able to purchase those worms from you at a later date?
Yes, yeah. So what we'll do is we'll make an arrangement with a fishing club. We'll have to work out something, but yeah, I've got plenty to go around.
You know what, I've suggested that if we can get this thing going, or in the process of getting it going, if we can get a demonstration farm, worm farm, and put it outside the kitchen up there or somewhere where people can feel and touch this thing and say it actually works. There's the waste, there's the worms being produced. I don't know whether that's practical.
No, it's definitely viable. Yeah.
Even if the fishing club has got to pay for that, and then we can sell the worms to you.
The kitchen can provide the
Scotty, you know we've
raw
got
materials.
Yeah, the kitchen will have plenty. Yeah.
Scotty, you know at the back, they'll put up 3 or 4, they put 4 vegetable containers.
Yes.
They're planting the vegetables
Yeah.
there. Maybe Amberglen will want some as well.
Exactly. Well, you know, the
Yeah.
kitchen can have its own little supply going. They're going to supply more recyclable stuff than anybody else.
Anybody could go and help themselves, so I don't know.
Well, maybe that's what we need to say to a vet. Give us a commitment from Amberglen Kitchen that they're going to support this thing.
Yeah.
Because, you know, you're going to get, I would say, 50% of your stuff out of one kitchen.
Yeah. No,
And
definitely.
then if they want to, they can sell the tea,
Yeah.
sell it at the market. Or whoever's doing the vegetables can sell it.
Yeah.
So can those worms escape into the environment?
They can, but they're composting worms, so they're good for the environment. Well, they're good for the environment.
So go to your garden and
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, the Adidas have taken their toll on worms in this place. I promise you. You go out and look for worms, and I'm telling you.
Well, not only hardy does, but chemical fertilizers kill the worms big time. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Jackie Hangman.
See them here, we look at them out, and they come down and they can see a weed from
Yeah.
further than you're away. I mean, see a worm or do something.
Yeah,
There's a worm in the ground.
Yeah. Good.
Any
All
other
right.
questions?
Good.
Right, Gerald, thank you very
Super.
much for
Thanks.
your time.
Another thing I wanted to ask you, I've got a worm farm at home. You know, it's a big trays.
Yeah.
I think it's 4 or 5 trays.
Yeah.
I've been trying to do it, but I haven't had much success.
Okay.
But then I've been using a bit of sand with compost mix.
All right.
It's wrong, I don't know.
Yeah. At the moment, well, I mean, we can discuss that later. Okay. Yeah. Cool. All right. Shall I leave that there if you guys are going to thread some onto some hooks?
We can do a demonstration
Yeah.
to the clinic.
There's enough to go around inside there.
Okay, I'm just going to work out the cost. I'll tell you later on.
In Cape Town, they sell a worm for R1.
I'll do it at 90 cents.